really honoured that Irish America have asked me to introduce our friend, Terry O'Sullivan, and it is indeed a privilege for me to express my regard for Terry and our gratitude for what he has done. He's a proud Irish American, born in San Francisco, with close ties to Kerry, where his paternal grandfather was from, and he still has family there. And Terry has been the General President of LIUNA, the Labourers International Union of North America, since 1999, and has applied his considerable skill and experience in making LIUNA the powerful union that it is today. And its slogan, "Feel the Power," is doubly appropriate, reflecting both Terry's passion as a president, as an activist, and the strength of its members. And in my acquaintance with him, he has shown a tenacity and a determination to give a voice to his members, to show them that they can make a difference, to argue and to encourage activism through education and training. And he tells an interesting story about how, and his father told this story, about how you got your middle class through the efforts, the sacrifices, and the struggles of people in the labour movement. And he brings that same passion and conviction to his support for Irish unity, for an end to the partition of our country, and for a new future for all the Irish people. Last year, bhí Iriamach bhí Kellerú Iriamachán in Kedge, agus bhí Terry-on leis Alan Dini on Illian Ur. Terry led a big trade union delegation to Ireland last year for the 100th anniversary of the Easter Rising. He attended events in Dublin and in Belfast, where he unveiled a statue to James Connolly, who also spent some time here in the USA. And he and the delegation of Irish Americans got a rousing welcome at all the events that they attended. Now, sadly, Terry's father, Terry Sr., died the same month, and his mother, Leonora, shortly afterwards. And they had been together for 69 years and married for 62 years, both equally proud of their Irish roots, and that sense of pride they passed on to their children. And Terry was comforted in his dual loss by his wife Yvette, by their families, by his many, many friends all across America and in Ireland. So Terry, it's truly an honour and a pleasure to know you, to work with you in the common cause of the rights of workers, of women, and of Ireland. And I want to thank you for your time, for your attention, for your rousing speeches, particularly at our Ardèche last year on the historic date of the Rising. I want to thank you for your love of Ireland and of America and your vision for the future. And I think last month, or the recent election earlier this month in the North, where Sinn Féin moved into a pivotal position and where the Unionists in the North lost their majority in the Assembly, vindicates in many ways the work that Terry has done and others here in the US have done. So you're indeed a worthy recipient of this induction into the Irish American Hall of Fame, and myself, Mary Lou, Richard Macaulay, Rita O'Hare, Joseph Smith are all proud to be with you today. I was with Martin McGuinness, who you all know is very seriously ill, and I told him that Terry was getting this award, and he said, "No more worthy man." So, Sinead Terry, tá mé bhíor buíoch dit sa Patricia agus Neil, agus tá mé hánsasta mar a dúirt mé, ar dús go mé an ceann couple of focail rá ar son Terry. Lá féal a Padraig, we waishe díobh se go léir, very happy, sober. St. Patrick's Day to you all. Enjoy yourselves, and thank you. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Patricia.
Jerry, I was with you until you said sober St. Patrick's Day, but thank you, Jerry, for that very kind introduction. All the kind words that he says. Jerry Adams is one of my personal heroes, and I have the utmost respect and admiration for him and his unwavering commitment to fighting for justice, equality, prosperity for all the people of Ireland. Jerry is a true visionary of peace and a man of great personal and political courage, who, despite being targeted and harassed, imprisoned, persecuted, and even shot, has never backed up, he has never backed down, and he's always stayed true to the cause of a free and united Ireland. Jerry, it's an honor for me to call you my brother and a privilege to call you my friend. Jerry Adams, please give him another round of applause. It's a pleasure to be here this afternoon in this incredible city, in this great Union city, with my fellow Irish Americans, elected officials, business and labor leaders, and in particular with my strong, proud, and united brothers and sisters of the Labor's International Union of North America. Before I begin, I'd like to congratulate my fellow inductees, Dr. William Campbell, Sister Fitzgerald, Dr. Michael Dowling, and Dr. Kevin White. And Dr. White, I just want to say that in my pool, I have Duke winning a national championship. I am humbled to share this stage and this tremendous honor with the three of you. I also want to thank the Irish American Magazine, Neil O'Dowd and Patricia, for this great honor and for the great job that you do, not only with the magazine, but for the Irish people here in the United States and in our homeland. So give them a round of applause as well, if you would. And then before I say a few words, I just have a few others. I'd like to recognize LIUNA Vice President and one of my fellow board members, Ray Pacino, who is with us here today. Sinn Féin Deputy Party Leader and Dublin Central TD, Mary Lou MacDonald, a dear friend of mine as well. Rita O'Hare, Sinn Féin Representative to the United States, a woman of passion and commitment. Joseph Smith, my dear friend, who actually I've worked with for decades with Sinn Féin. And last but not least, my beautiful, wonderful, and talented wife, Yvette Penna O'Sullivan. My friends, as a proud Irish American whose grandparents came from Glencar in County Kerry, I'm overwhelmed to have been chosen for the Irish America Hall of Fame. And I humbly accept this great honor on behalf of the 500,000 members of LIUNA. 114 years ago, a group of courageous immigrant workers, many of whom were Irish, rose up against exploitation, discrimination, and prejudice, and founded our great union. Born out of strife and struggle, LIUNA has provided generations of workers from many different backgrounds a pathway to the middle class. Today, we are one of the largest building trades unions in the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico, proudly representing 500,000 hard-working men and women in both the public and private sector. I am not only the general president of this great international union, I am a product of it. Everything I am, from the clothes on my back to the education and opportunities I have received, I owe to the goodness and the greatness of the members and the leaders of LIUNA. In 1937, my Kerry-born grandfather suddenly passed away, leaving behind a pregnant widow and a 7-year-old son, my father. When my dad was just 15 years old, LIUNA Local 261 in San Francisco took him in, looked after him, and provided him work despite his young age, because they knew that he was bringing every penny that he made home to his widowed mother and younger brother. Growing up, my father imparted a deep and abiding love for LIUNA and the labor movement, for the United States, and for our Irish heritage. For my family, and for many of us here this afternoon, these three loves, labor, America, and Ireland, have always been intertwined and inseparable. We know that the words of the immortal Irish patriot and trade union leader, James Connolly, are as true today as they were more than 100 years ago. And he said, "The cause of labor is the cause of Ireland. The cause of Ireland is the cause of labor." That common cause is freedom, liberty, and economic justice. For more than 100 years, these principles have inspired the exiled children of Ireland, the American labor movement, and Irish-American labor leaders to play a pivotal role in the struggle for Irish independence. Just last year, as Jerry said, I was honored to lead an American labor delegation to the 1960 centennial commemorations in Dublin and Belfast. We celebrated the role that organized labor and many others played in the 1916 Rising. As we marched up the falls in the wind and rain on Easter Sunday, we remembered our lost leaders and freedom fighters. And as we laid wreaths at Milltown Cemetery in Belfast and Glasnevin Cemetery in Dublin, we were reminded that the revolution remains incomplete. As long as workers are exploited, the revolution is incomplete. As long as all immigrants aren't treated with compassion, dignity, and respect, the revolution is incomplete. And as long as unjust and oppressive economic conditions continue to force so many of Ireland's children to live in exile, the revolution is incomplete. The greatest homage we can pay to all who have worked for, fought for, and died for the cause is to recommit ourselves to building a world of economic justice for all. As Irish Americans, we must continue to support the peace process, to fight for workers' rights, and pursue justice. As an Irish Republican and a new Irish citizen, I look forward to the day when all 32 counties, all the sons and daughters of Ireland, are living with self-determination under one flag, one nation, and one government. So, my friends, we must raise our voices together so that everyone in Ireland, in America, and around the world hears and sees the determination, the tenacity, the power, and the fury of our cause. We will not be denied. We will not be deterred. And we sure as hell will not be defeated. So let us stand together. Let us stay together. Let us fight together. And let us win together. And when we do, we ourselves will change the course, the direction, and the destiny of Ireland, of the United States, and of the world. Thank you again for this great honor. Happy St. Patrick's Day to each and every one of you. And may God bless you, and may God bless Ireland and the United States of America.